Mwaha mwakwa Adom TV Premotobre Kasee iso KOKROMOTI power. Election headquarters sani hanti yentu fari yankwa NDC amanyoko no tena Kasee ye wa enkran ha na watwe bia no won ayen so woni centralfo bedin komono yahwe ne ekoso wo mem wo ne yen ache make Kasee communication director de ma NDC amanyoko samejamfi eden sembi tudwa yenkoshe bimbra
shoot sporadically at people, and please, those shots were not warning shots. I've listened to correspondence of Adom FM, Joy News, and other media men who have been at the scene. We've seen bullets which have pierced through containers. If those shots were warning shots, we wouldn't have seen that evidence at the scene. And so these were targeted shots aimed at taking out the targets. The woman says that she can't even identify the gun she fired because her police escort had not come to work at the time. She can't even identify the gun, meaning that the gun is not licensed to her name. Because if a gun has been licensed to your name, you obviously be able to identify it. So you unlawfully offload a gun in a public place, disrupts a voter registration exercise. She went there together with thugs who don't belong to our law enforcement agencies, who burnt motorcycles belonging to bystanders, attacked MDC polling agents and supporters there, maimed some of them, and you are saying what? She's been invited by the police. What has become of that invitation? If indeed it was an invitation. Because it wasn't an invitation. The police rather went to her house. So we know that because this is a well-thought-out orchestration being supervised by President EFFUTU himself, who is Commander-in-Chief, she will be left off the hook like the several other MPP criminals Honorable Vice-Free Ankra mentioned, who have been left off the hook despite the atrocities they have committed against NDC supporters and innocent civilians. And that is why we are serving notice. You see, when you talk about things like this, people say, oh, you are complaining too much. You are talking too much. We are in opposition. We bet this fourth Republican democracy. And as a responsible opposition, a law-abiding political party, it is our responsibility to continuously highlight these acts of violence, these cruel acts which have the tendency to plunge this country into chaos and doom. It is our responsibility to do so, and that is why we are doing it. But above all, we also have a right to defend ourselves. And that is why our elections director, and even before today, our national youth organizer, has called on all party supporters to defend themselves in line with the right to self-defense provided under the Constitution. And today we are reiterating that call. Comrades who are listening to us this afternoon, do not sit aloof and allow these cowards and criminals to beat you, maim you, and even kill you. You have a right to defend yourselves. Mobilize yourself. Come together. Whatever you can get to defend yourself against harm, against death, do so. Call on us anytime you need any support, and we will stand by you every step of the way to make sure that we resist this oppressive rule, this rule of terror and tyranny we are all being subjected to. And we know we shall prevail at the end of the day. But we have also cautioned members of our security agencies who still have their conscience intact, their integrity intact, and who are not happy with what is happening, that they must rise up and be counted. This is the time for them to act. Today, the Ghana Armed Forces is being bastardized. As for the police, I mean, they've been rendered useless by this government, which has bastardized all state security agencies. But there are good people in there, and I dare say that the good people in there are in the majority. And that is why we are appealing to their conscience that people are giving the institutions you belong to a bad name. This is the time to act. As for the MPP hoodlums and bandits and their collaborators in our state security agencies, like Honorable Levis said, power is transient. December 7th is not far. The next NDC government will fish all of them out, including the policemen in uniform, that police commander at EFFUTU, including all of them, Afenyo Mark, and all these members of parliament. And that is why he said that we are all in this country who know what is happening. You can consider that as a threat or a warning, because that day is coming, and it is coming really quick. We will fish all of them out and deal with them drastically, including the men in army uniforms, police uniforms, and all of them. Apart from standing up to their intimidation now, apart from mobilizing ourselves to defend our people through every legitimate means, we will ensure when that day of reckoning comes, when that day of accountability comes, we will ensure that there is retribution. And that is why the international community, our religious bodies, civil society organizations who are not happy with what is happening, some of whom are speaking up, like Bishop Ajina Sari, like the security experts who are calling for the dismissal and the prosecution of that gangster, criminal, thuggish minister Hawa Kumsen. That is why we are saluting all of them. We are encouraging them to continue to speak up. We will not stop the press conferences. But that doesn't mean that that is all we will do. We will defend ourselves. We have told our people to mobilize. If they attack them, they should retaliate through every legitimate means, because they have the right to self-defense. That is what we will do. But when eventually, I'm saying when and not if, because it is just a matter of time, power shifts, then we will know what will become of these criminals and thugs and their collaborators in our state agencies who are terrorizing innocent civilians, including journalists, maiming people, killing people, and so on. That day will surely come. And so, Parker, what has happened is not an invitation. What is happening is a cover-up. We are aware, we know what the plan is, and we are telling them, all the people there, they are making the police officers there, they are making their police career, the military officers, they are making their career in the military, that respected state security agency, coterminous with that of President Akufo-Addo. The day President Akufo-Addo will exit office will be the last day they will serve as policemen and military men. And we will do
a press conference NDC headquarters here one crying and our communication director Sami Jamfidi to join Tianumrei. The Abesia will move beyond so a chain or Yadabremo. Shannon so KOKROMOTI power the day Ashe Kasiana say Adom TV Premotobre Emona Yabako Swania NDC. Abanyo kono nsemo kane wonchwetwe ni abediachire KOKU ANYIDOHO nene wakasa wa Sampa FM kosi so se de aye late kura so obako akodom kane mampani John Dramani Mahama campaign team no eho na wo mabontoa ede apremampani adwa o man Ghana mu edi anim December bosome de to so enso no na we kosi so bra wo ya hobo na Midday kane mampani at Mills Institute wo pa ho ntoma no ahye ho efa no ora ANYIDOHO di tudwa kire mo se nipa bi a wo party no mu ena ekeka nsem bi se yawdie ewo no mo no ote ho ne de yawdie bi ani ni mo ne nsam no Adom TV edeba.
The scoundrels should hear it in their ears, and the scumbags. Nobody has invited me again to serve on any committee, and so I spend my time nursing my baby, which is the Mills Institute. It's 1 year, it's working. I love my baby. I pray for my baby. My baby is walking. It's out of the cradle. I have time for that one. Those who have time for nothing, they can go ahead and become hangers-on. I've never been a hanger-on in my life.
But what's your more say? Your bitterness no enya against NDC per se, but against John Dramani Mahama.
Where's the evidence? Why is it not vice versa? Why is it not vice versa?
Vice versa, I mean, it's also a time.
Why is it not vice versa? Why is it me?
Omotun Safrel to play any role in the campaign.
It's too late.
I
am not a magician. I am a hard worker. I'm not a clairvoyant. President Mills called me 3 years and gave me time to work. I had to work, I had to think, I had to pray, I had to meditate. I'm not a magician. I never perform magic. I work hard.
KOKU, knowing you, no,
I work hard. I'm not a magician.
You are a good writer. You're a good creator.
I'm going to register. I'm going to register, and I will vote.
Oh, you would register?
Oh, of course, and I'll vote. Because if I can't be running a civic education
absolutely
think tank and not vote
without performing your.
But I'm saying that I am not a magician. My records as Deputy General Secretary is there at the headquarters. Things that I did are there, including comfortable lead. So, including comfortable lead. What was I doing it for? Was it for the party? When then running mate, Dr. Baumia, was talking about the Volta region register and how it was bloated with Voltarians.
Yeah.
Go check the records. The number of times I had to leave Accra, go to the Volta region, hold press conferences, just to make it clear that my people are my people. Records are there. You asked me a direct question, and I'm saying that it is too late.
It is too late.
I am not a magician.
To serve or play a role in the campaign.
Which one? Are the names out and the teams out? I am not a wayfarer. The records have it that I have produced a president before, and I worked for a president. Let others also do same too.
Ask KOKU if he at any time the service under Prof. Mills antagonized the then Vice President John Mahama and his office. That again another direct question to you, KOKU.
No, I did not. The answer is no, I did not.
The answer is no.
It couldn't have been possible
for you to antagonize him.
It's not possible. I think I've said that over and over again because it's not. In fact, talking about Asasi today, a direct question was asked that there's a lot of some rumor doing the rounds. I used to hold the vice president's shirt to his neck and attack him, and I'm like, Obi, how possible? I mean, the vice president of the Republic of Ghana, he walks around with not less than 3 close escorts, and then if the ADC is also part of it, that's 4. Which part of the castle are you going to corner him? Me, and hold his shirt to his neck that I will not be beaten to pulp and even killed before President Mills will get to know.
We'll get to know.
Exactly. How could that have been? And what would be the reason
for me
to do that? No, how? And the vice president allowed it? No, let's be very honest. So the vice president allowed me to hold his neck and he didn't do anything? Oh, come on.
Maybe he wanted peace to reign in
please. Please. And he didn't resign? That every time I'm holding his shirt, but he didn't resign. Oh, come on. Please. It's absolute rubbish. It's only stupid minds that and I use it as stupid minds that will come up with such stories, and unfortunately stupid minds will believe it.
But you guys did not have a very good relationship.
Who said so? There was one president.
Yes.
That we all worked up to.
Yes.
Is that not it?
Yes.
When I was holding the comfortable lead press conference, who was the president? President Mills, eh?
No, John Mahama.
I held the press conference at Asumdue Park.
No.
Where did I hold it?
At your party's headquarters.
Thank you. And who was the candidate?
John Mahama.
And I didn't have a good relationship, but I'm prepared to stick my neck out and say he's the comfortable lead. Oh, come on. Let's talk about something else. Look, it's sick minds, demented minds. And that's why I say they are scoundrels. They're heading for the hottest part of hell. Who came up with all these things?
Premotobre Kasee na gusa show Adom TV so Midday fia amankwa tamaklo yento aso ne munra yensam foforo mu na emom KOKROMOTI power NDC ne wo mu nsampa ne de eba ye ko oti mantam ne mu na Regional Communications Bureau wo mantam ne mu wo de one empa mu odin na ema MPP fo tichu wo na wo ho na water tank for registration na ekoso e wo mantam ne mu se wontwe wo ho free ho etisade ne e di beye wo mo Central for Shemudie Asie and a Mubarak diplomatic ede semi etuda.
NDC echita for war utimantamu ede kokobo ebo MPP echita for honom se de bia da wodin trobi aye ahodo obekọ honom na MPP for eye niema ense e wo honom na afe e honom akoye beja no wode kokobo ebo won se wonjai esanse abana Ghana for ebekọ akoto no eye Ghana asumdwe nti e na yeto abano na nye MPP for enko nti wode science mi tuja ebra ofre ensentro for enhyiamu Openyi baako a okasama NDC amanyuko no ewo otimantemu Mubarak at the ensem eneto and central for enemy.
That be I can say, Jim Mesa $200 million project. I can say, and then they cost you, Kasua, who say the whole minister, go to other areas, look what is water region, and then Otia Minuka, Mesa, and Messina Casa freely Gadochi, Mania. See, National Security Operative, National Security Coordinator, Tutio, Registration Center, because the more Castle of the Nepal can't say. The now they don't come on this bandit vigilante. And the one said vigilante, registration center, as well as for police for, and trying to do why.
NDC Echita for being so at the one Sam Eto Adom Kasee and in Nasena Wakano.
Otiriji Muhansema Esino and Yade, and Enya Debia. Yenina ya kan ntama to say afiwe abato ade bia ebeye biano yenina ebeye anokro because yenua ba na wa be contest yenua ye bra no omunyina omuye nipa baako yenina so ye kramofo aye wo ha ananka nkaye no so edo so amunya kramofo enti no ye mpese region fufro na omama ye no omunti yanka eni basabasayo
and that the apostle ewo nkwanta ankrofo edi eye atuturasem edi eba ebru amanfo ya shebi no ntade so me national security so mo national security mo titi amanfo no mo agi tumi na police force am no ene ye pese ya kire biase nyina se enye mo ma ye from random police force ne police force nya adwuma se ne ye te o man no mu.
Ene was ansem we na NDC amanyoko no ebo efutu na Winneba District Police Commander sobo ewo mo no ene Commander Chief Superintendent Samuel Okanta Orinson Central for Asia ma wachire mu die ntia NDC parliamentary candidates James Kofi Annan womo achire no free constituency election committee no wo ha wono mo adwen se wono mu ne bi na fe COVID-19 protocols no so pani ebu na digo so nunti ka ho ene bra no we no womo eyesa Adom Kasee edeba
Madam Ase Endra Anapa be non kono MP mu na ye district registration review committee ejuma ti ho ane hu se ora James Kofi Annan we be wurim the dining wa observe protocol bia oba so na start o attack committee no enti ma make a chair ne se Mr. no committee me na me chairman enti ono dey so problem bia on can chairman na me solve man honor started so or did matem enti and attending bebre enti me catch and say Mr. no the oil no is offensive and is against the law and he is disrupting the work of the committee enti no abaya onya abotre number from na that's no concern one kasa na me say okoso ya ebema ya kire no catch and so bi antiment no nobody can arrest him. Now me say on here above the law, almost on here above the law. Not there me be catching so say obi anu obet me na share. Now me remind us all disrupted the work of the committee. Timistano no on feel still on Timase. Now me catching so when jaya mema police mema patrol for na be fanako. And I be mema patrol for na buy so mo fanako. Till am ba no we pie na fe patrol for no cause chair no no police station near no court into the motia the be man or disrupt the work of the this registration review committee.
Enchemu we nyina chi James Kofi Annan NDC amanyoko no parliamentary candidate ntene ho ase o se posi pani o wa futu no de yi na wo se yi ne fi ho fi se de keka kronde wa kwa bata amanyoko bi achi no oye de oye no Adom Kasee edeba
bomb in there emi ma aka there so a chairman and so what na me asansa aka there offending the second one crime you free.
You can't arrest him. They can't arrest you. They can't do anything to you.
Man, kashi or to them, me challenge in a day. So me can be today, me can there on to me arrest man. On produce evidence. Now, you would unpack me cadam. Man can be at them, and now said them na me kanya, but I didn't see a nankas and a charge sheet now. Or the court, no, but I didn't know when stated, I may know. So when instead of be at them, which means there. or the baby kaka kauna confirm with the Nasma ayede. Na eyima oshem crime ma mehu there. Samuel Esedu Okanta, EFFUTU municipal police commander. Onye nitra or bias into order a step down from the election district election review committee as a chairman. Okay.
Premotobre Kasee na gusa ho shawa Adom TV so KOKROMOTI power na de nsam ne doso anka safi se enche ne akosie ni makoto aba ayimampani na femra sebedwafo tene make sense electoral commission ona hwe abato ho nsam so nti edin trotre wondi makotene no onso ahia fi se no maye ne sebra no one Ghana fo bedi nkomo ne ahwe no makase tia pa de course wo kaso registration center bi etututo ne namu ene ho nkro ne ba yenu ya bema kojomensa abrampa onna na ni disansem yachi wabaka me ho ene ne di nkomo kojoma he na bia bokode social distancing ne ya adwuma protocol so use ankasa mo yare ne bi nchewo ate eti isi wo mse dey
se ehweza okodo wo ewutu kasom patum ho na isi za to gade obiara onam no do madam basala se mba yin bia no odem bra onyin isi do ye minister do ye mp mbra nyin nzi na ama omanfa why ho adwende won so be damaze ne bi no wentum anye sembra onyi nipa ku ne nziza obi abutu aso na ozembra no ozahye ne nsim se ezo no to nchana ase ehwa ndi da na omampanyin dada jontemani mama ana so ye frankatu yima ndc ozibatu gade aprobo oroko owo centers awro no covid-19 protocols no 10 ntonya za oboko na jeminsa oye isi boss za to gade ese nsama former president Muhammad Tuga no yaza ontwa yusande onhon asisi waye wanfo mu zibia de ode washe de protocols no bia bezido nti se former president Muhammad oye frankatu yinkwa odo mo wanfo tiase de dama yarebe no ho nti yina yamboa ne ye izido asoka de yisufu wan shishaye nkoye nti onko biema ono wanyene yadwena onye yi nti ode ga na nyibia ohwe na dami protocols na wazaba no gozido na obiara etum akonemi ohwe won mozen bo ewo eduma no washa ase so far wose de nkano na amanfo bochenku kogu bebi na sesi ase nzama wozi egugu akomu a kire de ayaza mozen mo no orikonyim pa na amanfo bia won eduma yefo ni bia wo share eduma na ase na wozi basabasa obi kro tum tam machine no na woza ko obi fie na wa register no dam nkrofo no wenyu nezi
Penifo part mi peja machine ko obi fie
what's wenyu nezi na one next briefing no obakpa nkrofo dodo a wenyu nezi no sande de bia de mazin ebisi ma basabasa ye bi ba wenyipa bi yom from doma wenyu nezi nti nde wentum nka de nipa kro anade ebien but wetum the one says one work ade wenyimpa ezi ewo dame hwehwaya record no na say o she edumezi na ase from day 1 to day 20 no this is the register nipa 9,680,164
okay
nipa over 9 million na register from day 1 to
so day 20
na 22
okay
until day 1 to 22 until 1% you not say 65.7% na why nti such a projections na ono we there about no the projections dey wa brodo kra wa brodo nti oguda wo hwe yimi there nzamaro ko na yimi no obi abe na fomudi na prepare waba na obi ara amfa basabasa ye biara amfa ehwe ya assemblyman about accord no local government about no nkofu bi wonyi isi ye eduma was batu go there na isi wontu ya nka na was ye isi there o ka magana nyi bi ateno ho ase de wanzi obiara onye na ye eduma
eka na ne ho amono no
nti se isi zo ka wako sande account bank account o manfo zima ho no on anu na wo hwe na wazi eduma nti se account ko na wazi sika no kotum na se sika na nkwa onye ho nti obiara o hwe ya oye dami registration ni bi no so se ne se nka ni sika onko isi office bisa de sika ne ze
o ma tua bibia
woni ozi obiara ka
once a teacher always a teacher wachire mu sample kura aka videos na nyumre na yensaka
bibiri o wa yede baba
yenu aba ma kojo mensa brown pano no echechire ni no wa divert ya ban centre mu nti ene o chire mu ahu se bibia dem clear ye kwa bane ahwe ene ye ko edwa kese ba ko okofo di edwa ana se ja atomu be 60 stores de jrebe ye kwa ba
pominde emi ma aka de
Memo akwa babiem so confirm Adom TV. Premotobre Kasee no so. Na Facebook ha say Michael Owusu ewa ha. Ya wo hwe yen free course campus e kodongo duma say. Eze me old school no nyame show osuku ni hyiade. E na ma Lucy enso wa ha hwe Salifu Alhassan enso hwe Premotobre Kasee no Francis Nelson enso chia yeda se papa Isaac Azuma. Ose Adom TV you do all yada se Ransford yeboa enso se na nije program ne news no ho Farouk Watama ya wono so hwe enioma sesia wa ha bright of su bantama hene German bafo odi asempa nyame hyawo ya to Premotobre Kasee no so na ye de akonsam foforo emu ye tu fa na ya call dwabense wa market no wokofo dua poyemantemu ahinkro na no pay sorry ya rehosam fi se ja ato edwakakra kanemu stores be 60 de ashe dwerebe yabane boni Maxwell kudeko ene call ho a wo kire se bepem sabe ye hunu de di gya no e ba ye ne nto aso odeba
apim se wa dwomu iti ewa ye tumika tenchen 0447 ena ka edi kan ebedu ye no na kwan odbe wura dware mu no na ye din so mbomodin awura mu na gya ne demu ana edere pa so mbomodin a ekeka ne masi ani ena no mu fira se o mo hwe se de egya no edere ekọ no na ebe hia se o mo be frɛ ka ba kwa be ka ho so mo frɛ original equities ya pump 2 ni ba ye no onu so onya kwento park wo lori kwen wo commercial bank ani bo na mo to ahoma na fa echi no mo so o mo hyase free echi oti we wa anim ho no na we su wachiri ho na o mo di ku egya no a e kopim se around 06 na egya no brase ti egya no brase no yegusu a be 6:30 no na edum egya no nyina awie
shops and stores. Who do you think was short base saying
stores Makumako be Dumotri and the Janicano. Dumotri no emu Dumi and Sadia Yama woman in store Nashi. The Mummy and San and I moved Numa Ashikakra and Ashikakra. Aha, Naniakani dear. The Biswa, yeah, Tebola, ya dear see a Johnny Finfia, a Johnny Funny beans. Etiton omo nyama di dwa wo so omo munua beans ni omo tunton anwa ne rubber ne nyama bi ewo ho enu so ewo ho ani nyina so ahye futu be na ma jadi for no authorities na ku fa jose futu be na ma jadi for no authorities dia ye kan nyina ni se ye di kan ya bodewuru a se obi anya hwe yie ewo ba bi o ye adwuma se odi gya na edi wo adwuma se odi electricity o ye adwuma wie na okobia mo ma dia so be dudum kan ni aho nyama bia
asamu yankwa ahoma no so yamane boni Maxwell kudako poyemantemu de ono ne kenkon no fi se GJ so wodi mu akotene pa wo mu dwam tenani no nti eba se dia wodim de woka Max awie wote yenka yemo aha
ye ne afia
ya da se papa pasabre ye hu ade kode poten de egya no ebae
ansem ne Kasee die odum campaign for ene na dem for ntimi ncha de kode potia ene yan bae na no pano na ye odum campaign for no kire se source a ho atwa ho ahye anasase no ye be edum otwe na so ewie no na dem for kire se wo mo ye nhwemu ni wo mo ho aka na kasaye no na kire se o mo timi akan ye stores anase bodwabutwa o mo de container si edwane finfin shops ahodo ana fe omo ho akazangasa akane de be se de 60 na omo ho aka shops ni bi wo ha ne roof no etimi ayifre so sanso na ebia hyehye ediane ahodo a adwadifo no ton no krom edwane so te se emo ni yo no mi ahodo nyina ejato mu a amanfo kora sika wo ho no kora no ejatimi to mu na ye se ye wetimi ni edwadifo na omo ho aka no bi ahwehwe nkomo a
Tamena uti piano. Tamena.
Where the before said, you name Sebusa, the Janet Tiaran Bear said, 2 more. Let me see that my bottom some men, no Yama Caribbean. It's in by them, the 30 years, and we said, I'm a fresh Janet. But I'm not my the wada. Because people be picture any man say. On the fire for no mess debris. It's just your buy this book one and fire for the body. You make call clock. Yani bob my yamana. The job that's it. Yes, I know. And say it's an aba. But yes, I didn't find both. I didn't call. Yeah, my national. I didn't my insurance. Only is can some fancy on it. Just started actually him. The started last and one of them. The started opera. See me fire for no sorry. I'm a banana castle. I'm not going to it's number 61 be brave. And as your boy man and no me age. Who be a crowd? You're not yet. It is two other barrister. Very quick. As I said, I am interview. What's it? Fire for you have a time. Oh, you're from what said. You're from when you 10 minutes. Yeah, the back play the do before start. After be a friend and go to and then I from until any now base yawa. You got your room. That the way to buy was so do the other two. I don't miss a minute. So, you know, I mean, from a tableau. Madam, no man, store. Meet me down as I just don't know many getting down as I to him now. Let's put them. I never have funny year. I don't have Magatia. Mendamatia, you so I said, hey, I'm being another baby.
Yate said ye edwadifo no eka yedo mu hu ye mpanifo so aba ho MC ne mpanifo a esefata no wo aba ode na wo ka sabre ye jei asenya pade.
Well, municipal chief executive Ora Isaac Apojesi chese sa Javin Sewa marketi chese kwan a ka be famu no edwadifo no de yi table sisi we bi crab container de sisi mu ama wo maka chese kwan mu anipa be fa no na wo mo di edwa no akoho nti fiti na kosi na de chen ne da ediso no de wone edwadifo mpanyifo no betna sia yenhye na wo hye wo kwan no nyina no watimi ayi wo mafi ho na edi asombi abachese anka ne ebeto market nim no anka kwa wo mu a odumjadumofo eba no ko mo mbre ko betimi aso ano ama o metimi adumja no entem na opinion ono so na MP4 parliamentary candidate wa New Durban South ora my coach be fin so ba ho bi no na so ma o ka check gadfo no chese se wo hwemu a Durban South market na che said the tia na tie na o manfo so ba na ebem enti nko no de ogibi ye pass e braso se o sa ban hwe na se de we si KOKROMOTI market ne market ahodo a ewo Kumasi ase no ka obehia se nka ba me piska na watimi ebu market de gu wesi ne kase ewo bi mu se de be ya ahodi ana se ekwan bitima ba mu manfo etimi edi edugmenti we ye se bi a o mo chese mpefo be trust adwendwen se de be ya obetimi aboa na wesi eja etatoto Durban South market na fi market ahodo a ewo mention ni no
yada se papa Maxwell kudakoya mani boni appointment jakese ba ko wo ho ne jatomo eno di mu amane bono ebreye ye ko ti mantam no emo na frontline health workers bia adwuma ye na mu no covid ni bi eche wo mu no ene nyame adom wo mo ho ye yare na firi wo mu a wo ma hye wo adwuma ase woni amane boni obrempon ba kwame owusudi enkomo no wo mo cheche mu a na ne enkwanta south Mensino Hospital penia wadano Harry Japlinu ede ena wode ensemi to dwa wochem se niema bia to sini wo mu de dan so ni nyina mu no adwuma no de wo mo yes wo bebo enipa eho ban
Apply infection and prevention control nurse. Ya wadan kwanta South Mensini Assembly nano ene yamani boni obrempoma ke owusu etwetwe nkomo no. Harry Zoklenu editor dwa se ewo mu se wonu mu ni PPEs ene akande ahoduo bi a ebeboa ama wonu madwuma na akọ wano de. Nanso adwuma mu mpanyinfo ebo wo homodin biara se wo behwe ede niam agu akwa mu se ne ebe ya COVID-19 ayarefo ne eba wonu maso ye ho a obetimi ahwe wonu mu yie. Wode sansem tudwa ewa abra Deputy Administrator wada get fund nano ede eniama bi ekokoye enkwanta South Mensini ayaresabia ene St Joseph ayaresabia no adoye.
In this month particular, we had 4 cases, and as at last week, 1 was being discharged. So currently we have 3 at the treatment center, and at the holding center, 7 of them were admitted, and currently we have 3 in the ward. So that is the state of the treatment center and that of the holding center. And as at for the staffs that we have, as my administrator rightly said, they are back to work and they are doing well. So currently the facility is in a good shape, and thanks being to God that all the necessary logistics are coming, and we are hopeful for that.
Patience Kisiwa from Poma and a administrator Wada and Quanta South, Ayaresabianano. Now, one no and Wujina Ayaresabian name Edge and Yamei. Now, what Dan as I said, Bibian was so on one sinister in Beya, who bit me a quantity COVID-19 area.
Government is trying to do its best. We are also trying to do our best as a facility, but just like we always say, Oliver Trace, it will never be enough because of the way it spreads. And so there are so many challenges that when benevolent individuals and other people come in to help us, we will be so much grateful. That is why we are so much grateful with this particular one because, yes, the sanitizers, we use it a lot. And so no matter how big it is, we still will ask for more. And so that is what I would say. The PP is actually the challenge of the facility because as and when you go in to see a client, you need to change. And then when you come, you dispose it off.
Ebra one more call since Joseph Ayaresabiano. Reverend Sister Georgina Kwesing, that was also administrator Eda Ayaresabiano. Editor. I say, never be one bomb. If you want to say, Oko Hospital, Muma, and I'll be nippy. And since sounds much, ever seen them. As I attend dance, no, I could form the dream. Nippon swam back, yes, you ain't be. The courtroom maybe no. He said, Yagana, Memu, I can't say, health staff for the debris, maybe. Young girl for the year, and Yamiadum. I must have a do my kind.